Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please remember to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for the continued support. See you in my video. Today we are going to talk about white collar jobs, and after graduation, what next? Okay, students and or graduates, after graduating, we all anticipate to get employed. We anticipate to get to an office, do this job, earn a good salary, live a good life. But it doesn't happen that way. So what are these white collar job? So a white collar worker is a person who performs professional desk, managerial and administrative work. This is basically work that you're going to do in a company after you get employed. A white collar worker or performs in an office or other administrative setting. So these jobs include parts related to government, consultancy, accountancy, business and executive management, customer support, design, engineering, market research, finance, human resource operations, research, architecture, all those things, all those careers that you're going to enter in after graduation. So what next after graduation? So recently a friend of mine called me and asked me, know that you and our friend here have gone to university, you've graduated and you've put your certificates at home. Do you think going to university is very important? And this is what I had to answer her. By the time maybe you're choosing your course or going to university after your Form 4, you're very excited to go into campus. Maybe you don't really get to study the course that you wanted, but in between that, you realized this is what I want. So my answer was, at times this university or these colleges give us platform where we can mature and realize what we want for our life. So it is a platform where we can mature up, get ready for everything and look at life from the other angle. It is a process of realizing yourself. It is very okay. So this is what I will tell graduates. You're anticipating to graduate, you're in school, you're wondering when are we going to graduate. So you should realize that it is a process of learning yourself, realizing what you love. Okay, there's someone seated back at home, they studied, but they're doing something different from what they studied. Mommy, daddy, it is very okay to do that, because it is not necessarily that you do what you studied. So after graduation, what next? There are several options that you could take for yourself after graduation, and they are very okay. You can't take all of them, but you can take one or two. So number one is get a graduate job. Our students, when they are graduating, they're very sure that they're going to get jobs. Some get lucky, some get connections and pursue the career that they wanted. They get employed in good companies. It is very okay. But a friend of mine once told me, after graduation, the job you get into, it is the job of writing application letters and attending interviews. Yes, you're going to write 1,000 interviews, application letters. You're going to attend so many interviews without fruit or with fruit. It is very okay. Yeah, the good thing is, if you can't get employed immediately, it is good to, if there is volunteering, if there are internships, go for them. Yeah, Then it is good to build contacts. When you go to interviews in companies, build contacts with industry professionals. If you go for internships, build contacts with industry professionals, because these are the people who are going to help you get employed. It is hard to get a job. Fill your time with internship, volunteering, part-time work, build your CV, prepare for interviews. Yani, be ready. Number 2 is get self-employed. Yes, I understand that we can't offer it in the job market. Yes, some people make good employees, some make very, very good employers. It is good. If you can't get employed in your dream company, why not start your own company? Why not start your own dream company? Yes, identify the market gap and have the intentions to fill it. So putting into practice entrepreneurial skills to test could be a smart move. What can you offer in the market gap, like I had said? So the advantages of getting self-employed is that your independency and autonomy. You can do this on your own without really having to seek, it is a long process or a long line of people. Everyone has to agree, but with self-employment, there's independency and then autonomy. There's control, there's freedom, there's flexibility, name it. There's opportunities, so many of them. There's recognition. Then the other one is pursue postgraduate study or degree. This one is basically a master's degree. I'm told that if you do a master's, and it is true, your chances of getting employed, your chances of getting promotions, your chances of your salary being increased are very high. So if you take a master's, you're a very competitive person. So the thing about masters is make sure that you have a source of time. And with masters, make sure that you have someone who is going to finance you in taking the master's course, because they learned that it is very expensive. And also, like during the time you're going to be taking the course, you'll need someone who is going to finance you in terms of maintenance, your education. And maybe you don't have, it is not advisable to take it. Okay, before taking a master's course, this is what I would like you to answer these questions to yourself. Number 1, reason for studying your chosen course. You see, I said before taking the master's course, you should have a candid reason as to why you're taking the course. Because if you don't have a reason, there is no point of taking it. Then, why is doing the course important to you? How is it going to help you? How is it going to help you get promoted? Your salary going to be increased? Getting even a job? Then, skills it will give that you already do not have. Remember, you already took an undergraduate degree, meaning there's some skills that you already have. So, does the course give you more skills that you already do not have? Then there is how will it make you more employable? Are you going to have more chances of getting employed as compared to when you hadn't taken the master's course? Okay, number 4 is take a gap year. Yes, it is okay to break. It is not guaranteed that when you graduate, you're supposed to get a job immediately or get self-employed immediately. No, you can take a gap year. In between this gap year, it is the year you're going to travel, experience different cultures. Like, you could go outside there and see different things and different tasks that you can do that you could have locked yourself from doing if you immediately looked for a job or if you immediately got into self-employment. So out of experience, taking an year break is very necessary because it does amazing because it will take you to a point where you're going to be in a position to decide what you want to do. You can decide, you know what, I want to go and work abroad, I want to go and work in this town, I've identified a market gap in this town, so this is what I'm going to do. So taking a break is very, very okay and very, very healthy. Okay, what I'm going to say to students, to graduates, to those who are about to graduate. Okay, we will not take the same path, all of us. Some of us will get into family immediately, which is very okay, and if you're ready for that, go for it. Some of us will get into employment, some of us are lucky, some of us have connections, that's okay too. Some of us are going to get into self-employment, which is still very okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're lucky, whichever path you take, that's okay with you. Some are going to go into postgraduate. It is very okay. What I would like to say is, don't pressurize yourself, because you can give yourself pressure. Not that you are the same group and someone else is doing the other, and you feel like, I would have done this instead of what I'm doing. No, what you're doing right now is the right thing, and it is the right time for that. The right time for the other is going to come. Then we are all enabled differently. We don't have the same energies, we don't have the same capabilities, so we are different, and learn to appreciate that. Then you also need to seek advice, maybe from your the elder ones, or those who came before you. And also pray, my friend, pray, because the decisions of life, they're not very easy, but eventually it is going to make sense. Yes, that's enough for today, guys. See you next time in the next video. Baraka.